Move the chains, baby, tell them move the chains. Yeah.
You already know what time it is, huh? Playing skills, you did. Playing skills. Ice on the wrist, car on the wrist, all on the wrist, watch out flip, watch out whip, I'm in the whip, all on the wrist, I never switch, ice on the wrist, car on the wrist, all on the wrist, watch out flip, watch out whip, I'm in the whip, all on the wrist, I never switch, ice on the wrist, I get the money but I never switch. They saying you switch and you won't get it. You know they came from the bottom and now we is lit. You was lit. I gotta get it, I gotta get it. You hating cause I said no wrist. Why bet you wanna be...
All right, Coach, thank you very much. It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Indianapolis Colts. On to get us started now, the kicker, Chris Boswell. And this one is underway here on EA Sports. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Here we go. Let's go now. 54. Come in. 54. Here we go, D. Get off the field. Jam. Sponge. No.
They'll run with the former Ole Miss Rebel, Jordan Wilkins. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Give the Colts 13 yards and a first down. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front and linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Brissett. He's going to look deep for more. That's going to be caught. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A big play there. His first touchdown on the year. As his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Robbie Gould on for the extra point. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off.
Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here we go. 60 Pittsburgh. 54. I got him.
Right there.
Off the play fake. McDonald. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
And brought down, but not before he was able to break the tackle, and the extra effort moves the sticks. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
First down. 18 Gator. Watch his snap.
Off play action. McDonald. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. He gets it across the 50 and down to the 48. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Now this throw complete to Washington. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. A gain of 6 there on first.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 23. They'll run it now out of the gun. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. Now they try the right side here. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
So the field goal that cuts the lead in half as they, too, are able to get some points on their initial drive of the game.
Yeah, all in all, a pretty positive response, right, to the points that were scored against them. And they got a little help from their opponent anyway. Missed the conversion, so now they're just 3 back.
After the successful field goal try, here's Boswell to send it away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive.
It's our field. It's our field. Check 15.
Naeem Hines, his first carry. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 24-yard line.
Here we go. Set. Get the flag. Y'all not ready. Watch twist.
They run with Hines, and he'll get this one up to the 26. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Check pass. Check pass. Mike 5-5. Mike 55. Mike 5-5. You better bring it. You better bring it. I'm letting you know. You better bring it. Mike 55.
On 3rd down, Brissett. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. Charles, that makes now 5 interceptions in not even 5 quarters. Remember, he threw 4 picks last week.
And this turns into a tough situation because a lot of fans, the first thing is, oh, well, we need to change quarterbacks. This is your guy. This is your elite player. You can't just take him out like that. If I'm the coach, I make a little joke and say, you know something, big guy? We're going to change the football. So it's obvious that's the problem. It's not you. Keep firing.
Now we give running left. It's Bettis. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later. Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled him up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4.
Hey, Delta.
Operating from the gun, McDonald. But it's brought in by Washington. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. It's a Pittsburgh first down, a gain of 13.
3rd and 4 is always a tough call. Maybe a little too long to run for it, but not too long to hit him on the quick slant. And that was well executed. Found the window and zipped it right in there.
Here we go, here we go. 90 Wolf. Check.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. A great effort there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Steelers have taken the lead. And oh, he missed it. It's no good. And that will keep this a 3-point game. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. On 2nd down, it's Hines, and not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on 1st down.
Back-to-back runs, I'd say that encompassed maximum effort for minimal gain.
Minimal yardage, and now they're going to need something more than minimal on this play coming up. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Rush in. Check hot route. Hot. Delta. Mike 50. Defense wins championship.
From the shotgun, it's Bissett. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. A pickup of 24. And that's where the play began, the 24-yard line.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Ready? Hey, come on. Gives it 50. Check Mike 50. Hey, come on now.
On 1st down, Hines. And he'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory. T.J. Watt in on the tackle.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Mike 50, Mike 22, check, bomber. 22, check, bomber.
From just shy of midfield, Brissett. And that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's third down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
That's got to be a not shot.
Out of the gun, Brissett. And that will be incomplete. Devin Bush, the linebacker, was the one there in pass coverage. More problems here on third down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on third down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
12 yards on the return that time. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Let's go now.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And he'll give it here to his running back. There to stop him was Darius Leonard.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. A run right side. It's Bettis. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh 1st.
A gain of 12. 1st down.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
And again this time to the tailback. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Off the play fake. McDonald. Complete to Washington. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh 1st. They were in zone defensively, went with a crossing route. It's always interesting to watch that chess match.
Yeah, and I think safeties don't mind crossing routes against zone because eventually you're going to run into their territory, and that's when they lick their chops in order to get the big hit or a play on the ball. Offensively, nice execution to find a hole, make the catch.
2nd and 6.
And he'll give it here to his running back. Uses the pushing and fighting his way in for a Steeler touchdown. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. This time, the extra point up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
On the set.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Well, look at the clock here. You're inside of a minute. The first half hasn't gone that well for you. How are you going to play this drive?
Well, I've been told by my coaches previously that the intelligent approach, go ahead and run out the clock and start over. Don't make any more mistakes. But there's also something to understanding that you got this last drive here. You get the ball to start the second half. Try to go 2 for 1 here. Get some points now and come out of the locker room and get more points again and get your momentum really built up.
On second down now, it's Hines trying to get out wide, but he's going to be tackled right near the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation.
Check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
Brissett. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he'll kick it away for the second time. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. The end result, 21 yards.
A gain of 21 yards. First down, Steelers.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
I'm here all day. Big ass. Go.
A final shot before break. McDonald. And we're going to get a timeout. With 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number 1. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. So we've reached the intermission in what right now is a 13-point game. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, so time for the second half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the third quarter. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire half.
A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Malik Hooker, and they will take over at the 29-yard line. first possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Pretty good results here on the first down run as he takes us forward for about 6. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
You got it. You got it.
They run again with Hines, and tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Watch the safety creep.
Now it's Hines. And he's got the first down as he's up to the 45-yard line. The drive stays alive, a 3rd down gain of 8.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone. Watch twist, watch. Let's walk.
Brissett to throw on first. Looking left side, that's caught by Moore. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Check 31, check 31.
Here's Hines. And he'll get it down here to the 43. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the past, but in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right, it might go to them in this game.
I like that, MVU. Well done.
From the 38, Brissett. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him. Find him.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
Get the ball. 55, my God, 55.
From the gun, here's Brissett. And the throw there going to be incomplete. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn 1 here in this third quarter. Still just the third quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on fourth. Brissett to throw for it on fourth. To the right side, and he's got more complete. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. They were caught in no man's land that time, but the decision to go for it, that was the right one. It's a first down. Brissett now. That's complete to the running back, Nyheim Hines. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
You can't block me. You can't block me. You can't block me. Undercut. Wait.
They'll throw again. Brissett. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted, the safety Terrell Edmonds picks it, and he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. Now, the first play of the drive there is incomplete. Just his second incompletion so far. He's 8 for 10. I think he'll take 80%.
There's no doubt that he will, but if you're the defensive play caller, you better circle what you just dialed up on your play sheet and come back to it, because he just caused an incompletion. You need a few more of those.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
And the Steeler first down.
Set, ready? 10 logo. Hey, orbit.
Let's get it together, defense. Let's get it together.
Nice.
On 1st and 10, McDonald. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Kenny Moore.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Now a throw left sideline here is complete. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Brissett now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. To throw, Brissett. And this will be incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds, because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Quarterback D-line. Get that quarterback D-line. Shit. SOS.
This is Hines. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hines. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks. Brissett on first down. Flushed out right. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone. Zach Pascal, the intended receiver, but it's going to be second down. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10.
Let's go.
Now Brissett. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was trying to find Mo Alley-Cox, his tight end, and that'll make it third down.
Brings up a third down and 10 yards to go.
Here comes the 7th play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10.
Watch the run. Let's go, Mike 50. Mike 50. Hey, tight. 50's the Mike. 50's the Mike. And we're pretty good.
Brissett sets to throw it. And that is incomplete.
Intended for Mo Alley-Cox. Incomplete. It's now 4th down.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Now with the play clock about to expire, we get a whistle and a timeout. And that's going to leave them with just one timeout remaining still in the third quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt them. We'll be back. Robbie Gould on now to try the field goal. He's going to need a little mustard on this one. It will be a 51-yard attempt. And he's going to miss this one. Wide to the left from distance. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. Down here in the third quarter, obviously that's one they could have used.
Yeah, and one of my favorite special teams coaches in the NFL told me what separates the kickers in the NFL versus the ones who are not is not the misses. It's the second miss in a row. Best kickers in the league, they don't miss 2 in a row. He's got to get his head back together in case he gets another shot.
The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. This quarterback now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Off play action. McDonald. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
The goal of anyone running a curl route is to make sure you try and get defenders on your back and shield them away from the football. But sometimes even when you run a good route, the defense finds a way to knock it away.
Escapes the defender. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Well, that looked like an example of what you said back in the first half. A running back of his size can really wear down a defense. I think he's starting to do that.
I think you're exactly right. And know what else he's doing? He's inspiring the rest of his team because they see this starting to happen as well. So that means they're going to redouble their efforts to help him out. Extra blocking, getting downfield, helping him out.
Down. 8 read.
54. You must be dreaming. Slam.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down. The Steelers on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Now they'll run on the draw. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. So now the field goal unit trots out there for the 3rd time tonight. Boswell's kick is good, and that will swell the lead to 16. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. Well, let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. Those short little routes probably going to be open. The defense, they'll let those happen, especially when they can make an inbounds tackle.
Yeah, where's Coach Madden when you need him? He always talked about taking what the defense gives you, but sometimes you have to know when you have to take more. That was one of those situations.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
Oh, yeah. And here we go again. Check three. Mike's 54. Oh, you got deep?
Now a handoff here to his running back. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. This run defense has been pretty stout all game long. Now you're here in the 4th quarter. Just rely more on the passing attack.
I don't think you have any choice, and I don't think you have to dress it up at all either. Throughout the first 3 quarters, you're still trying to convince the defense that you may run the football. That's out the window right now. Protect, let your quarterback operate, and try and find some targets in the open field downfield.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. Now set on 4th down. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. It's Devin Bush, the linebacker, who picks it. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first. Right back to him on 1st down. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12. Here we go on 2nd and 12. That one complete to Bettis. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. Now, this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. From the gun, McDonald. Going down the middle, and it's complete. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. And no signal yet. I don't think he got in. He didn't. They'll mark him at the 1. Call it no gain, and it's going to be 2nd and goal. Again, they'll run with Bettis. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now the Colts will use their third and final timeout as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. They'll come out in the pistol. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, third and goal. Operating from the gun, McDonald. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
The Colts take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Here's Brissett. A good throw here, finding Pascal. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Another good reception there. The Colts on the march. Brissett again. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10.
Here we go. Watch 7. Watch 7. Got double tight. Double tight.
Again, it's Brissett. He's going to let it fly. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining.
It's 4th down.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is going to be intercepted. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. So this one in the win column for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And, you know, it wasn't a shutout. They did give up the points in the first quarter, but second, third, and fourth quarter, they held them scoreless.
Brandon, if you throw a shutout for quarters 2, 3, and 4, you can win a lot of games in this league. And this felt a lot like Almost like if you say baseball and the pitcher goes through the lineup the first time and the hitters get to see him, and then they come out after that and the bats start blazing, right? I think they saw their best stuff in the first quarter and just shut everything down from that point on. What a great, convincing performance.
So for the Steelers, they're on a nice early roll as they move to 3-1 with a win here. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week. Meanwhile, for Indianapolis, they'll drop down to 1-3. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.